seated. There are seats on the left and seats on the right. Please be seated.
זה היום עושה אדוני נגילה ושמחה בו. אדוני הרב משה שפיר רבי משה פיינסטיין, השם יאריך ימיך בטוב, שבטיך ונעימים, אורך ימים ושנת חיים. שמחתי לראות פניך בעזרת האל, כפי מה שאמר לי פעם לפני שנים רבי רב אבו חסירה, השם יאריך ימיו בירושלים, הוא בן 96, כן?
כן.
ואמר לי שראה במשך איזה חלום, אמרו לו שהוא לא יהיה לו חס ושלום איתה, אלא יראה ביאת משיח צדקנו, במהרה בימינו. ואני בטוח גם כן, על פי דברי רבנו ארי, בתוך ספרי הקבלה, כי אין אפשרות לאחר את גאולת עם ישראל בעתה חישנה. הבעתה 99%, הכל בידו יתברך. 99% תש"ן, שנת גאולי באה, שנת תש"ן. בעוד 9 שנים זה בעתה, אבל היום הם בקולות שמעו. ולכן בואך לשלום, יהי רצון, השם יאריך ימיך בטוב, שתיך ונעמי, ויגדיל תורה ויאדיר, ואמרו
אמן.
I'm going to introduce.
Oh, you're going to speak nice. Okay. We'll now ask Rabbi Maslaton to deliver a short greeting. B'vakasha. Okay? You feel better that way? All right.
With all these the distinguished rabbis and all these people, I really don't know how to express our feelings, and I can't say really in words what Rabbi Moshe Feinstein came over here to give us the honor to come here. The Torah testifies on Moshe Rabbeinu that he was a Ish Moshe Anab Me'od. Only the last parasha that we read, Be'alot Le'adnik et HaNerot, it says over there about Maharon and about Moshe Rabbeinu. About Aharon, ויעסקן אהרון, it shows the anavut of Aaron, ויעסקן that he didn't change iota from what Kadosh Baruch Hu told him to do. And the same thing with our Rabbi, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, who came over here. I know it's for a purpose, for the yeshiva. And he's the one to adlik et nerot. He's the one to light the candles, and the candles means the menorah, which is the symbol of Torah. Because this is what the kavanah is not only to light the candles, the kavanah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Aaron was to really mefiz Torah barabim, to spread the Torah all over, just like our Admor, Gaon Moshe Feinstein, who is known all over the world, of his halachot, his sukkot, of his anavut. As I said, there is Moshe Anab Me'od. The only thing I want to say, that it's only a week from the Tal Torah that we received last week. And over there it says that وَيَسْعُمِرْ فِدِينَ, and they came to Midbar Sinai. And the rabbis tell us, what is Refidim? Some say, Shirapu Yadehem in the Torah, and some say, Shirapu Asman in the Torah. That they let go their hands from the Torah, and some say, Shirapu Asman in the Torah. In other words, there are two types. One type is the ones who study Torah, and they spread it out all over the world to all the Talmidim and Bim Yeshivot. And the other is Mahazikim. One Moshe Rabbeinu, Ve'aya ka'asher ari Moshe yado, supposed to be Ve'hi ka'asher ari Moshe, not Ve'aya. Ve'aya means in the future. Moshe Rabbeinu is teaching us that when Moshe Rabbeinu yarim Moshe yado, that any person who raises and lifts his hands from his pocket and to give to the yeshivot, v'gabar Israel. God forbid, when he puts his hand in his pocket, he doesn't give out anything to the yeshivot, then God forbid, then v'gabar Amalek. So we hope that with the presence and the honor that Rabbi Moshe Feinstein came to us over here, we hope that everyone should be from the Mahazikim, Yedei Lov the Torah. He's the one to give out the Torah itself, and the ones who support the Mahazikim. And that's the only way we could really go bear from the Syrians, from the Iraqis, from the Amalekim, from the Russians. That's the only way when we support and help the yeshivot. This what helps. We hope that the zechut of his Torah, the zechut of the supporters for his yeshiva. And I want to say also that my son was in the Yeshiva of Tiferet Yerushalayim quite some times ago. He had a samacha also from Rabbi Moshe Feinstein. And also he was serving Rabbi Henkin, Alav Shalom, at Grand Street, which was really a very great honor to our family and to myself. And now my son is in the Yeshiva of Porat Yosef and Eretz Israel. We hope that the zechut of the supporters, the zechut of the Torah, should give our rabbi a refuah, a good refuah, harit tova, lichut yamim v'shanim, v'chein lefol Israel, amen.
Thank you very much. Good. It seems that tonight the program is very, very improvised. We are just playing it by ear. And before we actually start the formal program, I have a very wonderful task to perform. We are now the home of our host, Mr. Marvin Azrak. I think he's making his Chanukat Abayit here this evening, and there's no greater way in which to celebrate than to be Achsanya Torah. So I have a plaque that I'd like to present to him. Where's Marvin?
Marvin,
Hey, it's going to be bad. Too late. I called your name. As you see, this beautiful plaque, and the main thing about it is that there's a letter here from the Gaon and Tzaddik, our guest, Rabbi Moshe, who is gracing this platform tonight. Let me, if I may, read what is written there. Mesivta Tiferet Yerushalayim makes this presentation to Mr. and Mrs. Marvin Azrak in grateful appreciation of their boundless, most gracious hospitality on the occasion of the Kabbalat Panim for the Chacham and Tzaddik Gaon Rav Moshe Feinstein Shlita at their home on 14th of Sivan 5741, June 16, 1981. Shia v'Siman Tov and Mazal Tov. Amen. This evening would not have been possible without the cooperation of the co-host, and I would like to call now on Seymour Escava to please come up here.
Was a sheet of the one medical family before he was not in touch as a
Again, a beautiful description handwritten by our guest, and if I may, I'd like to read it from the Mesivta Tiferet Yerushalayim. Makes this presentation to Mr. and Mrs. Seymour Escava in grateful appreciation of their boundless, most gracious hospitality as co-hosts of the Kabbalat Panim for the Chacham and Tzaddik Gaon Rav Moshe Feinstein Shlita, 14 Sivan 5741, June 16, 1981. Thank you very much. To skill of this one.
This one. Yeah. You know, that not that God I'll read in the full hour.
All right, but there's no Tyranny. Okay.
Can't.
כבוד החכמים החשובים, הרבנים הגאונים, I will speak in English, which is my native tongue, and I think everybody will be able to follow me. The Gemara says, "Potchin b'chvod achsanya." When you come to a home, you say a few words about the host. The most magnificent words that we can speak about our host tonight is that he saw fit to make the Chanukat Habayit by bringing the greatest Gaon of this generation to his house. I don't know who gave him this idea, but this in itself is a sign of genius. And I must compliment Marvin and his wife for thinking of such an idea of bringing so much Kedusha into this house. Rabbeinu Bachya says on the Mishnah where it says, Beitcha beit va'ad la'chachamim. Your home should always be a gathering place for the Chachamim. Why does he use the word beit va'ad? And it says the word va'ad comes from the word moed. It's just like ohel moed has the same letters except the mem. And the ohel moed was a place for hashcharat hashchina. When you bring a chacham to your house, if he's a gaon and a tzaddik, then indeed this becomes the ohel moed in your own home. And that's why you have the same letters of vad. Beitcha bet vad la chachamim, because it becomes a place for hashcharat hashchina, just as the ohel moed was a place for hashcharat hashchina. And I said to this that perhaps that is why in our community there's a beautiful expression that when a great Chacham and Gaon and Tzaddik comes, they say, Sharta Shechina. Sharta Shechina, indeed, tonight we can truly say Sharta Shechina with the presence of this Gaon and Tzaddik that we have here. And everything is B'hashkacha Pratit. We are still the first 3 days, the Gemara Pesachim says, go yet from the Shabbat that passed. We're still on Tuesday. And we read of Ish Moshe and Avmiod. I don't want to speak in Befanav too much Shavachim. But remember that it was Moshe Rabbeinu who said, Lo uchal anochi levadi laset et kol ha'am hazeh ki kaved mimeni. Even Moshe Rabbeinu said, it's impossible for me to carry this tremendous load. And what did Hashem say to him? Vayom Hashem al Moshe, Esva li shivim ish. I don't want you to do it yourself. Bring me 70 men who will help you, and you'll see it'll become easy. Tonight, I think our gathering is for that purpose. The Moshe of this generation says, Lo chal, it's impossible. I mean, his frail health is because he is the one man to whom the entire country and maybe the whole world turns to ask for horaot. When you have to know psak halacha, if you go to Rabbi Moshe, you know you have the psak halacha. If you don't catch him, he has 5 books of teshuvot, and I think another one is coming out. You can look and find anything your heart desires. And when we were more fortunate, you can come in and discuss it with him. Unfortunately, he's not feeling that well right now. And I want you to know what the Pasuk says. When he asked for Shivim Ish, God said, V'atzalti min haruach asher alecha, v'samti alehem. I will take some of the spirit that you have, and I will give to them. Now, if you take away some of the spirit, there's not going to be anything left. 70 will all take a little spirit. How much spirit is going to be left for Moshe? And Rashi says, Lama Moshe domeh. באותו שעה, לנר שמונח על גבי מנורה. It was a candle on top of a candelabra. והכל מדליקים ממנו. Everybody ignited his own candle from this light. ואין אורו חסר כלום. Nothing missing. The candle remains a candle, but he has lit up the lives of 70 other people. Our guest tonight, Rav Moshe, Hashem Yarich Yamav, is the kind of a man who gives v'atzalti min haruach. And he is the ner on top of the menorah. And when people come to him, he gives of his ruach, and he gives of his horaot, he gives of his Torah. And the fact is, eno chaser klum. On the contrary, k'mayana mitgaber, the more teshuvot, the more answers, the more things that he discusses with people, the more greatness, the more genius, the more gadlut Torah is able to come out. And even Ezra says, Im tinatei mechokhmat Reuven leShimon, lo techsar chokhmat Reuven, rak nishara, asher ka'asher hi hamashal baner. Exactly what we said. Wisdom, when you impart and give away, you don't lose anything. You are just increasing wisdom in the world. And with these words, I would like to take this great opportunity. I personally believe, I don't want to take anything away from Marvin, but to get such a Gaon to our community, we should have had Shaare Sion filled from rafter to rafter. Maybe, Hashem yiten arichut yamim v'shanim tovot, we will yet be zocheh to have such a Kabbalat Panim the way it should be for the Gaon of this generation. But let us come from the community. But at the present time, yes, there's Hashem.
Now, custom. Even the Makashen I had one end, or was a Yeshiva Mesivtha with them. But I see the light in the side. Okay. Yeah.
He accepts. But anyway, we have now, just as Rabbi Moshe is a quiet, small man, but he has the whole Torah in him, the same way the small group of people that we have here, I think, at the present moment anyway, our great Geonim and Rabbanim who are here, represent the cream of the crop and the beauty of our community. It is now my pleasure to present to you the Gaon of the Tzaddik, Rav Gaon, Tzaddik Rabbi Moshe Feinstein. B'vakasha.
It's no, where's this in Egypt? It's a basic all it is. I mean, that kitchen and I just no, but also the machine is it? Yeah, variations then. I'm tuning it to look 7 camp. And you know, we've been having them. But it's good. Here's the Slander Tennessee. Also, it's over there. Look at you, maybe now this job. Only, and I don't think that's the truth. It wasn't. And I can listen to it. Well, I got nothing. I got it. I hope you.
Wisely.
The wait, we teach. Everyone take a seat. Kassin. Then the throat. More. I am my way. In that way, then. I mean, I was born never seen Sudan dog, but yet I reach you. Dus Schwester reden sehr bekissen. Zijn de meer der meelons. Ja, toch nog één woordsnaam zo. Kijk, dat wordt toen kan boseren. Aan het wachteren. Snap je ook zo'n moopje dat je. Dat je heel omgeeft en dat je zei, wil je gewoon leggen. Maar met zijn, als je aan 2 sokjes hadden als keer dat je stopt. Eén sok heb je gezegd, je geeft terug mee, ik geef meisjes erin. Dat is daar, aan sok even daar los. Maar ze lag tussen geen geld, je wil ze door sok daarheen. Zo'n agil, daar wegen meisje, terug een meisje. Maar ze waren zeker, dat is niet zo goed. Ja, dan gaf ze samen is er meer wat chemisch. Is samen. Dus we zeiden van geven 2 om zijn geld. Hadden we dan nog een nee? Dus je roept zich gauw. Dat is er niet van zeggen, gewoon daar genossen. Genossen is alles niet. Dus ze van de sorry. En als je die 2 zet, of zou je 2 zet, zou zijn het terug in. Maar wie is nou, die wil stellen, jem. Als kennen ze jem, maar als ze jem, als post kennen, nu jem zijn het terug in. Die, dat past in. Ze gaan nog terug in, maar dat ook. Dus was je dat van ingetomen, we kennen het terug in. Iets er agil, ik heb hem gaan hebben, soms gewoon von die zwei seine, was von sein Bissel, was das Schäsel, aber das so das zu tun, geben mal Heilig, hat der nie, was die Kianen, sie separat sind, aber sie meint, der von der die Geschichte Halle, aber da Problem was er dann, aber so viel auf aber da auch zu fahren. Wissen der Mensch ist schreibt zu jedem von der Nosse, von der Etze. Das ist alles, als ich fragen am einer Posse, aber da kostet, das nehmen wir aus, aber Reise hat das doch hier, das Beste doch. Das steht in den Menschen hier. Einer aber als er geht hier, es schon gegeben, wo seine Nosse, es schon gegeben, die Ruck, erst kann das schon jetzt nach Posse werden von der Rhein, das ist immer der, was noch echt nicht passt. Sage, du gehst da vorne, aber von deswegen, als sie kommt zu dir in der Linie, ist so, also sagst du das. Es ist alles wissen nicht mehr wie der Hälfte deiner das Gewege, ein paar Wochen, ein paar Yiddish, also auf New York zu geben, aber ich zoche, aber ich dann zochen, und du gehst ja mal, machst du das, am Ziel machst du ein guter Kurs, ein guter Kar, selbst also Expense mehr Geld, die Leute getrachtet, will geholt, dann mal ist der beste aber Archiver rein. Bald der Mensch tut das sehr, der das ist das wissen, das schon Geld war, Salitz auf dem Roman, was heute nicht managed, Mensch für die zwei. Es war so sehr die 10 Jahre, konnte ich wieder rachen, aber das sehr gern von der zwei. Das ist der Ding von Harlem, sie lernen geworden in Heiligen, das müssen sie sein, mit Lehren beschafft. Der Rien, die Brüche, was sie geworden hat, Halle, die Brüche, der Motti, die 6. Abteil von dem Meer, die Brüche, die pure größer, wie die Brüche von der Fluss, von Zocke, von Trumme zu Meisters. Das steht schon noch schon mal, als Amina Zoche, als die Brüche, den bringen auch Motiven. Ich vergessen, dass ich den Moschen nicht so bestichen und da rein. So besagt der Rheinisch, hast du schon von einer, was nicht auf sich in Perik, der Rheinisch für da rein, in der Halle, ich fand, erst was Schochsen Rohr, kommt auf der Welt, der Rohr so klein, es kommt auf der Halle. Weil das geht nicht, und der ist schwer, ja, kommt dort schon zu geben, nicht weil der ist schwer. Das ist der Rebell, der Harber, der Zoche, was der Mensch am Geben, von der ist schwer, was er fühlt, also das Azrak, was mich kennen, sagen, als ich hoffe das nicht, weil ich tue doch hier, dafür das hier, jenen Mechel geben auf der Rhein. Das ist das viel das und das magisch. Das ist das so, das Harder von Geresser, sei Postitonia Brochhalter bisher. Was der Vater ist als sich, und sie will erkennen, Tonia Brochhalter bisher. Das ist das ist wirklich in die Brochhalter bisher. Nichts mehr als der Hador, sie durchfliegen die Broche. Aber nie, als wirklich in der Handloch ist, wirklich ein Papikon, soll doch so bleiben auf der Rhein. Das ist der Mensch fühlt, so sie jetzt in Safge werden, ein Roman, der Rostschwan oder viele, geht Apure, so von der Nähe von der Knoche. Ich darf aber geben von der Schule bis runter, aber so rein, weil das Ewi, also macht es Analysoft, viele Analysoft ist schön, was alles bildet und auf die eigene Sache. Von Italien auf die Sache, das ist auf jeden Fall mehr. Viele, wir sind noch Real mit der Linie gekommen, mit keinem der erlaubt, dass ich gerne nicht abzurufen. Gekommen, zu lecker. Der Kohl, der Tiere, ich bin gewollt, Jesu sein. Als ich wollte gewollt, und Jesu habe ich weniger, und allein gebracht, und allein gefahren, Material gebracht. Ich liege so ein Hummerstich, als ich schreibe, als die Sachen geben noch ein größerer Gefühl auf sich. Ja, das allein will ich jeder bringen sich in Gefühl. Reinbringen sich in Gefühl, soll ins Pattern sagen. Das ist gut, aber jeder wie wächst, von der Großen allein, ist das die Birkes Hashem, das die Birkes Hashem mit Tasche, das ist aber das kommen jeder Jochim, was Ahiezer, Marvin, was gibt, da war der Rebbe Schickung. Dem ist Bichas Ashir, das Bichas Hashem mit Ashir. Und gibt mal Resume wie schon. Gibt Laches von den Kindern, noch die Tiere, wenn man nicht auf Tiere, da die Tiere aufzahlen. Schloss 10 Tiere, Top Tiere, Top Menschen. Das ist Shaare, der Reihen, was setzt, also sicher sein zu Kindern, wo sein bei den Tieren. Das ist das Shaare, wo die Tiere Top ist. Die Menschen, was dem Shaare, vergeben auf Tiere. Aber der Tiere sicher sein, da haben wir so jeden Rosen aktiv, ja mit Simche, und geben die Gesichter auf die Schreibesfirmen, also wir wollen mehr geben, dass wir wollen dann reinbringen, die Chalime in Chiyuim, der sagt, das muss allein, ich sage, jeder Reaktion wie schon, sicher sein zu gute Kinder und mit Tieren, ihre Schamayim, und wir sichern eine Gernung, so dass wir sagen, und muss hier bin das אני באתי מישראל, באתי מישראל, לגבות תביעה של הכולל. את לא אין אצלי סע, גם אם תדלג, לא בקנתה, תגיד החורים, את הישן זו לא ספרד אותי. Tila tudo in the county, but in county, you know, that class is not to the Spaniard.
I don't expect anything. Okay, I'm only 5 minutes. Let me give a quick synopsis. Pick a step on the break. You got a good feet. You got a good feet. You'll be 80. But they put on the string up, watch. Okay. Okay. The Rosh Yeshiva said, firstly, of course, he greeted Rabbi Kassin, whom he says he knows for many years, he knows his children, the other distinguished rabbis, and he said that he wants to mention that there are 2 types of tzedakah which are mentioned in the Torah. One of them is from Truma or Maaseh. In other words, you plant, and your field produces the vineyards, the olive trees, the fruit trees, and so on, and you give of this a certain amount, 1 of 50, 1 of 10, and so on and so forth. But this is what he calls Akmasah. In other words, it's something that comes in. You plant it, it's an investment, and you make money. From this money, you give tzedakah. He says there's another kind of tzedakah, which is not considered haknasad from your income, but what you're giving out, which is already yours, and once it's become yours, you're going to give it out. He said this is called challah. The idea of the challah is the bread that you're going to eat, what you need for yourself. He says when a person used to give the challah, he would give it, of course, to the Kohanim. As Manazir, we don't have the Kohanim, but the idea of giving challah to the poor and to the needy, this still remains even now also. And therefore he says, just as we give of the haknasah, we must also give of the hotza'ah. Meaning that when God gave you something, you must make sure that you're going to share it. Now sometimes a person says, well, Truma has a shiur, you give so much and so much. Maaseh has a shiur, a man says, well, I've given enough. He says, this doesn't work out that way, because you must always think, imagine, he says, if a person were to find a very good car, or a very good bike, so even though he made up his mind he's not going to spend more than a certain amount of money, when he feels that he can get something very good, he'll spend more. He said the same thing is also when it comes to tzedakah. A man should feel that there's no limit to what you gave or you're going to give. A man should not say, I don't want to give anymore. But just as in worldly affairs, you would always seek to increase, the same way a person should also try to increase the tzedakah that he gives. And he said a very interesting thing. He says that the mitzvah of challah is different than tzedakah. Because by tzedakah it says, barikot elachem bracha, and so on and so forth, 10 times as much. But by challah it says, lanir bracha ebotechem. There the bracha is, bahanacha, means he puts it right into your house. It stays there and it keeps growing and growing from itself. And if you look at the Mishnayot of Pirkei Avot, it says, God forbid something, there's a famine. A terrible famine comes if you don't give challah. The idea again being the hotza'ah. You're giving for yourself, make sure that you're also giving for the other people who need it. He wants to thank all the people who came, and he feels that you've really gone out of your way to bring him here, and he doesn't look for that kind of kavod, but it's kavod HaTorah. And he's sure that because you've done this of your goodwill, and we know you've done it of your goodwill, he blesses everybody that the chut of the good ratzon, of your goodwill, and you're coming here, nobody forced anybody to come. He says, Berkat Hashem hi ta'ashir. He wishes everybody arichut yamim mishanim tovot, give you long life, and he wishes us all to have nachat and happiness and joy from our children. And he says it's a wonderful thing, Torah repays. Don't think Torah doesn't repay. You give for Torah, Torah repays. How does Torah repay? By giving you good children, b'nei Torah. That the children should study Torah, be learned in Torah, and observe the Torah. And he says he hopes that you will give b'simcha, with a good heart, with a good demeanor, and that's good. He repeated once again. He hopes that everybody will have long life and great happiness from the children. B'noma, amen.
You want to funnel through now? That we got stuck, so they offer you give nothing to tell it. So the don't folk move on your up is about you know the so that charting well yeah that's the sentence now the other side knows I for how that better but I should get the stomach to them you want there in person I would say yeah well it's well it's like
you got to you were certain
yeah the team show already cut off so because it was said on the sledding television was being old many days when you were not go and yeah so people do it just a man is should yeah the emotion and kind of
I've been asked to announce that what you are now filling out these pledge forms, I want you to know that the Rosh Yeshiva has been a Rosh Yeshiva, I think, for about 40 years, most probably on the east side, right? Almost 40 years. I am even more, but at least 40 years. There's old, yes. Yeah, and then in Staten Island, there's a very, very fine yeshiva run by his son. We have the Rosh Yeshiva here, Rabbi Ruben, right? And they are now embarking on putting up a building, a $2.5 million complex, which will be a great yeshiva and also a kollel, and I'm sure that it's good. Staten Island will become a real Makom Torah. And if the son is only a part of the father, you can be sure there's greatness over there. And I do hope that everybody who receives one of these forms will make it out, and as the rabbi said, do it the simcha of a tuv levav, and not to feel limited or inhibited.
You want to do any announcements or anything? What is that? What is that? Have you have someone on the
Rabbi, we went tonight. We had the honor tonight of going to Rav Moshe Feinstein's house on the east side and bringing him here. I was speaking to his son on the way here. Rav Ruven, she is here. This is the first public appearance Rabbi Feinstein is making in 3 years. He has not gone anywhere. There has been calls from literally all over the world. He has not gone anywhere. He has given this great honor as making his first public appearance here in our community. We all know who Rabbi Feinstein is. We don't have to go through what we've heard, and we know who he is. His whole life is dedicated for Klal Yisrael, and for nothing else. Not for himself, and not for his family, not for anybody, just for us. 3 years, the doctors refused to let him go anywhere. And even this was very difficult to convince the doctors to bring him here tonight. And he said he wanted to come, and he wanted to visit our community. And Rabbi Feinstein himself, you heard Rabbi Hecht translate a speech. There wasn't even a word about his own yeshiva. Not a word. He's too humble to ask. But the yeshiva is struggling now. Both the yeshiva on the east side, the yeshiva in Staten Island, they're struggling. And he has never come out and asked anything from anybody, and he's not even asking anybody tonight. But just us, our gratitude to Rabbi Feinstein for everything that he has done for Klal Yisrael. The least we could do is give over our money. That's all we're asking for tonight. It's been years and years and years. The streets of New York, the streets of America, and the streets of Israel have been paved with the name of Moshe Feinstein. And again, not for himself and not for anybody, only for us. We ask everybody to open up their hearts to this great Gadol Hador that has come here tonight to honor us. Whatever you could do will be greatly appreciated. Whatever you could do, please open up your hearts. Thank you.
Are there any questions that you would like to announce your biggest with them? Oh, it's starting. These two. What do you know? Who is this? Who is this? Who? This is Hador. It's Hador. They don't want to know. Okay. Let me. Everybody knows who they are. Warren, but no. You just don't think that would. Yeah, but sure. Announce.
That's all I take out the Shemot. That's all. Take out the Shemot.
That's the right walk. Yeah, have announce.
Doesn't it my game? That's all. That's
Okay, it's that's it. That's it.
Gentlemen, I am going to give you just a very brief speech. When I visiting the rabbi just 1 hour ago at his home, he asked me, how do you feel? I told him, being with your spirit in the same room can't be better. I am sure that your people have the same feeling as me. And I just like to tell you something. Rabbi Hecht said before, a great rabbi like this should be welcome in Shaare Zion. He is right. This is only the parliament meeting. It's going to be a great one in Shaare Zion. Our sages say, כל העולם כולו ניזון בשביל חנינה בני. וחנינה בני די לו בקו חרובים מערב שבת לערב שבת. All the world are being supported financially because of the virtue of Hanina. And Hanina was so poor person. He was satisfied with very little. I think the entire yeshivot world are being supported by the virtue of the great Gaon Rav Moshe Feinstein. Our community supports every single yeshiva in Eretz Israel, every single yeshiva in Europe, in Paris, in the United States, in Argentina, in South America. Our people are very generous. We know them. They come many times with a drive of 250,000, 300,000, 400,000 for many yeshivot, including Puad Yosef, Kolel Indil, many yeshivot. But it happened that we forgot the best. In Arabic there is a beautiful expression, El-Mahbub bin Tasa. The one that you love the most, he's been forgotten. And we are very lucky for one reason. Our sages say, ראה הקדוש ברוך הוא שצדיקים מועטים עמד ושתלם בכל דור ודור. God saw that to him, it's your privilege, you're lucky. Because if you want to give it from your heart, Leshem Shamayim, you get the right place. Some people giving tens of thousands, but to their own place, they are not lucky. They are not being led by rabbis. When you see the old platform of few rabbis from the entire community in Brooklyn, including New Jersey, you can't deny this. Please, any person that he has his pledge over here, just cross it and write a new one with bigger price. Do me a favor. Just cross it and give a bigger price. We are not going to embarrass ourselves.
Wait, is that? That's fun. We're in the world, but there were 26 now. Fun sets. That's me one day. Should I know him? In the show.
The name of Mr. Kerry, Walter Kerry, 26,000 by the name of God. God bless you. And I hope that the blessing of the Chief Rabbi Feinstein, that your sons will be in the Torah, will come.
I can remember that I'm $1 is the one thing but could have.
Don't break the appeal, please.
I'm never. Good. Okay.
Mr. Salem, the Agmi business, $18,000 high. God bless you.
Back on. To condition like it, so yeah, the next I collect the con. He says take that wasn't me. Do it, come. Okay, now that it's something accomplishing stuff.
Gentlemen, please.
Nope, in case. Next quick and good. Here, wish. It's a be open. What taste of them? Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Can't stay. Well, yeah, I'll do it.
maybe the modest people do not like to show themselves.
Shmuel Freiger one. Hope it's a. So wait a minute. So make. I should need to do that. I can't put you like mention. Okay, can you advise? Order. It's a cat. You scab it. One is a dog thing.
10,000.
Escava brothers and Marvin Azrak combined, $10,000.
William, feel like it. Boston. And this was this? He's the custody. Okay? Okay? This is good.
Ronnie Ashkenazi, $3,000. The rabbi is blessing you to get married this coming year. Amen.
And
When you give, it consider that you take. Believe me.
Get. Good. Total is comedy made. What should be? What it? Doesn't say that all because of that. All same up. Good. Ezra? Is that Ezra? Yes. Eddie. Level. As I was saying.
Mr. Ezra Massri, $1,000 in one. Thank you.
What? How? Family. Shmuel Freiger, 1,000. Shmuel Freiger.
Mr. Shmuel Freiger, $1,000. Thank you.
Maurice went with his wing.
Mr. Maurice Bailey, $1,000. Thank you.
Shroud 8. And Shroud 2. Mr. Rabbi Ruby Shroud 1,800.
Rabbi Ruby Sean, $1,800. Thank you very much. Mr. Ari Tawil and Sons, $1,000. Thank you.
That's it. And I do in the bike. Pretty serious Bible.
Chief Rabbi Kassin, $500.
What's the name? This aims to wait. Income.
Sam Dweck, $500. Thank you.
Good. Yes, I'm over. I have the Continental camera 5200.
Continental Camera, Joe Sutton and Butchie and Morris and all the family, $5,200. Thank you.
I built a back to you. It was in Alabama. I got the back inside on girls, some of that. Actually, read it. Got a habit here in that's in the generation. Going pushing that the beach with a summer. Edward W. Hubbard, what you out there for 12 years, have like you your job. This is Laniado, Samuel Laniado.
Mr. Samuel Laniado, Sonny Laniado and family, $520. Thank you.
Albert Collin, Hutch Solomon did that 1,000.
Mr. Albert Cohen and Solomon Gada, $1,000. Thank you.
Thank you. What do I? Ike Sutton, $500.
Mr. Ike Sutton, $500. Thank you. And God should give you a Hashem.
Mate, you can do that. I like to love myself announce with it, but actually, no, was that? Natural. I'm expecting how fast. The devil must have announced the Japan 80 student tired. I'm not all those trying Shaare with a Israel gap. A community law session was a very like, but the web was in it. Would never get it in a thing that it's over there. This goes like family. And you may be in a run. And you have all those. There's a car and we go up with us. Find working my use for it in the got one of the chapters. Keep here.
Mr. Albert Abba, $500. Thank you.
That's it is. With the actual cut. Is it? Is it cut? Is it not? It's like on paper. No, that was the Bazano. My visit Marvin Amatar. And we shall ever Saturday also Pakistan.
Mr. Judah Aslan Savdiye, $1,000. Thank you.
That's a roar of holdouts. Was it man?
Mr. Natsru, $1,000. Thank you.
David Sutton, $500.
Mr. David Sutton, $500. Thank you. Mr. Maurice Dabach and Sons, $500. Thank you.
They're gonna agree with him. Amen. Whatever you tell them, they'll agree. Yes, 30%. That's the wedding. That's gotta be good.
Mr. David E. Franco and his Sons, $1,000. Thank you.
Tırşam acı. Tırşam acı. Gaydın lan. Tırşam David Franco $1,000. David Feinstein. Müzik lan. Müzik tamacı. Sam. Tamacı. Sam, we haven't seen those. I then with his trade Python. Hack. What's the need? I what that shot. Not on the negative. Our robotic. That they all already now. Our proof. Let's to come to be and that thing is just where I'm sure you could what line. They thought that is and right.
Mr. Ike Hidary Family, $1,000. Thank you.
Well, just put the down bit. This my hand up. Take this you got some folks.
Seymour.
Mr. Sam Hamui, for the refuah of Mordechai Ben Ungar, $500. Thank you.
Yes, and outside. We're outside. You could be cheese food going like this. Try it. What is it, Larry? This guy can be fighting. I find so. What's his name?
Mr. Ari Feinstein, $500. Thank you.
What that Johnson about? Put me like that. That's some joke.
Mr. Jose Dabach, $500. Thank you.
I get it. To never read what's right. Trouble motion not that for seeing that. What the shot? Didn't dash to listen. Yeah, I have to show up as soon as I mean, based off that I was so much about. Huh? I didn't think it's already frosting it. I mean, when I was fine. Didn't work. They were the better of the rules that say I need to do whatever is on going in. And I think it's doing. No, we don't know. You don't know if you said use the wood. Yeah? We don't know. We only said fuck it up. That's it. At least I'm remember. Maybe you're some nothing even you did go. Just come to one. Anonymous. The Lord said that they nation embracing. Anonymous.
Somebody unanimous, $500. Thank you.
Fucking. The should start there was things some people was about shit that like each can go out second chance. No, so I don't know what that's them in the studios. We put it got 50. She lost like yeah. Okay, now you should just building the doing. They go wars work. This time you want to do an audio. Don't make so you go and the first spot to drink after this diet. On here, doing but actually, you go because it's a thing that
My friends, we thank you very much for your announcements, your pledges. There must be some more. We are now ready for any kind of a pledge. What, there's cash here already?
I'm sitting at where you throw not the US unclocked.
No, we don't. No announcements. Gentlemen, nobody should leave here without leaving a contribution. If you'd like to make any announcements now, please do it because the Rosh Yeshiva must leave right now.
But it's one more on like
And then, yes.
one more. Eli Saudi and Sons 1,000.
Ellis Sabdi and Sons, I was waiting for that one. $1,000.
And that guy.
Who's this? Ronald Tawil? What's the name?
Tawil.
Which one? Ronald? Ronald Tawil, $540. Thank you very much. And when we finish over here, after the Rosh Yeshiva leaves, everybody is cordially invited to go inside and to partake of the goodies that have been prepared. I want to say it in English, and I'm going to say it to the Rosh Yeshiva privately. I am sure that this wonderful response is only, as Chacham Abraham said it correctly, long overdue. Because this Chacham has been with us now, we hope for many more years to come, and we have really never done anything substantial for him and for his yeshiva. So we're now going to say, as Chacham said before, this was a Paula meeting. And we hope, Ezra Hashem, to increase the number of people who will be coming and also the amount of money. Like that? Good?
It's a good one. You got to have the right about you.
Sure. Chacham Yosef Raful, we have to learn from the rabbis. I'm not me, from those rabbis. Chacham Kassin, Chacham Raful, $180. From you? Rabbi Dweck from Deal, $500. Give him a small, wonderful.
Jeff and Carrie Sutton. Jeff and Carrie.
Jeff and Carrie Sutton, $260. It looks like nobody wants to let the Chacham go home.
10.
גאולת עם ישראל. יגדל תורה. אני הולך עם כבודו. אני הולך עמו.
This way, where are you going? This way.
Please make room over there.
Testing. There's something in there. Money. There's real money. I promise. Check in there. There's real money. Look, real money. Real cash. Regular cash. Testing. 1. Take this and run.